Who wants to recap last session? 68.5 for us.
We mostly petered around Saltmarsh. We turned in Granny Nightshade's head for the 10,000 gold reward, which we received but has not been distributed. We checked in on Farron, who provided a list of things that he needs to acquire to try to make some headway with the curse that he is under, with regards to which we went to Zendros, who could acquire them, but needed some time and offered us a job to retrieve an artifact from a sunken ship in the waters north of Waterdeep, guarded by a multi-armed demon. There was also some handiwork from Yacht putting creating a little thing so that we don't quite drop as far when we travel between the casino and the lighthouse.
Yeah, remember when that was something you guys put into your fictional world? Like, that drop, you were like, let's make an elevator that sucks.
I liked it the way it was.
Yeah, I was. That was definitely a decision some people thought was.
Ted, I distinctly remember you were on board. I was very taken aback by it.
No, my plan involved boats, not just something working. My plan was actually worse. So that's actually a step up from my terrible plan.
I was really into the tube technology.
Really the only difference now is, as opposed to hitting hard ground when you drop out of the tube, there's a little bounce to it.
Yeah. So you can fall twice.
Little trampoline? No,
right. As if it wasn't bad enough for your ankles. Now I made it worse.
Now you bounce and are unstable and don't know which direction you're going to fall.
Right.
Yep.
Nailed it.
In addition to this contraption, Yop also spent a little bit of time visiting with Zolek, who is very bored in his captivity still. Sucks to be that guy. Vikara spent some time working on a painting, created, I believe, with magic instead of just normal paintbrush and such. So this entire time, Noel has been spending a pleasant amount of time with the Fate Weaver, and Lauren was picked up by Elias's crew and taken via submersible, basically, like magic ship, into the waters around the Fae. I'm not judging. There was no judging. I feel like I have unfairly glossed over the fact that it took us a day just to get out of the casino to find Farron, but
they build those things like a maze on purpose.
Yeah. Exactly.
It was by design. You need the cartographer to leave.
Yeah, Lucky was like, it works.
Beyond that, Zashel went and saw Liru, who was with a potential friend that was not introduced or anything like that. So, yeah, and then Zashel sort of explained what was going on to Lucky.
Goblin in a jar?
Oh, yes, goblin in a jar. Bleck is our friendly goblin in a jar. And Bleck was apparently captured and tortured by the hags because he was stabbing in their forest. They shrunk him down, they put him in a jar, and he is from the Dreadwood, so, no
He
no real
sucks,
idea
naturally.
what to do with that. So at the moment, we've just got him back in the jar. And yeah, problem kind of temporarily solved, I guess. Yeah, I think that covers it. We kind of hemorrhaged people last time, so.
Yep. It was fascinating. Yup. You are in a house. You're in a basement in a house in Crabber's Grove, opposite a barrier with an elven vampire. What are you doing out there?
Yeah, I'm sorry you're bored. I guess I can leave you with something to keep you a little bit more entertained. And I will use my magical tinkering to on the wall put a picture of Yop giving him the finger with both hands, and just in case he has any problem seeing it, I will use a second instance of my magic tinkering to get some rock, have it cast light in a 5-foot radius, and position it so that there's nice uplighting on my image. And then I'll just have, I'll be back. Bye.
Great. And then, what are you doing?
Heading down to the casino to talk to Lucky.
Okay. Ooh, where are we in a day? I think this was about midday. I think you guys had split up to deal with the goblin in the jar problem, and well, yeah. Zashel and Lucky had gone to Leroy's. You had gone to Zolek. The three of you can be at the casino. I think it's fair to say that anyone who wants to be here can also be here. That's not an issue. But yeah, you can track Lucky down.
Hi, Lucky. I'm just here to report for my first shift of work.
Great. I'll show you around. It's pretty easy. As far as I've seen you behind the bar at the lighthouse. I think you have a pretty good idea of what you're doing. But I just take passing walks every once in a while, make sure everything's moving smoothly. But that's mostly my job. I just kind of keep doing that thing that I do on boats, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Do you have any questions? Hey, monkey.
Hello. No, I think I understand. I'll just sit back there, keep an eye on the bar, make sure the bar customers are happy and well plied. And other than that, if I see any trouble, I'll do what I can to. Well, I'll alert you, and I'll do what I can to stop it.
I like that. I think you're a little bit more of an intimidating presence than I am.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I think we'll make a good team.
She kind of bumps a fist into your shoulder.
Okay, boss, I'm gonna start pouring some drinks.
Great. And you can spend, days working in different at different capacities, and you meet all kinds of individuals coming through. And you spent a few nights at like the Empty Net before, and have seen some colorful folk, but the casino and its locale and all has the attraction of everyone within the city. The usual attendants to the other taverns in town I mean, they don't have the access to recreation in the same capacity as they do at the casino. So it's pretty delightful to see all the different types of people who come through: soldiers, miners, the nobility, and even some of the like scuzzy folks out of the city. You hear a lot here. It's
Cool.
fun.
Sounds like we're the hot spot in town.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. All right. Yeah. I'll. The only thing that I'll sort of specifically keep an ear out for is any information about the Scarlet Brotherhood or activities of the Scarlet Brotherhood that I'm unaware of or new to me. I'll keep an ear out for that. But other than that, there to serve drinks and just hang out, have a good time, meeting some interesting people.
All right. One thing that now that everyone is in chat and can hear me say this, the one thing that of significant note that was not mentioned last week because of how significant this is, you learned that Anders Solner died while you were all away. That he had died of consumption in the about month or so, like several weeks that you guys were gone. There was a funeral, an event. He's buried in the family crypt. And he's missed. But he had no heir. Everyone going nuts.
We even asked Gellin when we were talking to him last time, and he was like, "Yeah, no, nothing going on."
Part of that was because I didn't want to just leave that with so few people around. I was pacing that one out. Also,
The other
it had
part of
been
it is
some
because
time.
Yeah, probably
Gellin's
nothing going
a
on
dick.
from his perspective, you know.
Even though you guys have been gone, it may not, especially because you guys mostly are at the lighthouse. It's not unreasonable that they would have not expected you to like hear town news or like even known that you guys were technically gone.
Yeah, it could have been 3 weeks old at that point. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
but
for
I'm
him-
pretty sure I mentioned that we had been gone for like a couple weeks, their time, even though it had only been a few days for us. I mean, it's fine. I just
I just want to be clear. He wasn't necessarily being a dick. That was purely me.
Yeah, makes sense.
I prefer to interpret everything as Gallon Prime Water being a dick.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Listen, in this case, I'm the messenger and I didn't get shot, so I'm fine. Doug, when was that ever the question? Okay. One curious thing, Yop, that that there is some note of is every couple of nights, Lucky tells everyone that they're closing early and sends you home a little unexpectedly early. And that's odd.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
what? Since I'm still staying there, like,
You don't need to worry about that, Zashel.
okay. I just noticed. Not okay.
No,
It's,
you
it's
noticed.
date night for you, buddy.
Okay.
You-
Oh man.
Noel, are you here, Cody?
Man.
All right. Hi. Sorry, I don't know where that came from. You are diligently at work.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, hmm?
There was a lot of stuff to get done.
Yes. There was a lot of paper that needed some correcting. There was certainly a lot to explain as well. You know what you have asked was, by any other creature outside your position, is, and even in your own position, in a fashion, the greatest degree of heresy. And it
Mm-hmm.
was still granted and permitted by Jurgle. This is days of apologizing.
Yeah. There's a lot of justification, like bylines.
And as there are so few windows in the lighthouse, you find yourself occasionally having to figure out different places to work because your ritual fire smoke is going to knock you out.
Yeah.
And one day, as you are coming to the conclusion of what you can only assume has to be the last document that could possibly need any form of amendment and the last copy that needs to have been made, you find your own signature. You sign everything. You have a very easy name to write, and it has
Mhm.
gotten easier. And you're not really exactly sure how. You really actually don't know why either, exactly. Well, you, in truth, you deeply know why. But it isn't for hours and hours and then days into the process, perhaps. In fact, you could not feasibly go back and rediscover when this happens. But your name is easier to write now. NL.
Yes.
And you could not at all place the point in which you stopped writing O. And in fact, thinking about it, you don't think that there ever was another letter in your name, or where it might have been, or what it could have been. NL. Null. That's your name.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Always has been, as far as you know. And when you have completed your work, there is a day that you pick up your amulet, and there is script around the outside that has your name, and you feel that there is a weight difference. Your thumb over the print. You know that there is something different, and the metal is cold, as always. And as familiar as it is unfamiliar. It's still yours. Obviously, it has your name on it.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, it probably takes longer than it should for Noel to actually look at it. Noel's just busy with other stuff like, yeah, you just have your amulet.
Mm-hmm.
His little holy symbol.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, eventually he'd look at it.
And it is printed very familiarly, and the runes that spell your name, they still look different, but they're your name, NL.
From my perspective, it's just an inexplicable feeling of like satisfaction. Like, my name's really been hitting recently. I'm really enjoying my name. Just recently. That's strange.
And there is satisfaction in a job well executed. And a lightness. You've taken off a weight somewhere. Lost something that was just weighing you down.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like after like it is finished, regardless of the time of day, Noel is like claps his hands in like satisfaction and like almost like, well, it's like skipping for Noel, like bouncing on his heels as he's like walking out to find what the rest of everyone is doing since he's been cloistered away for like however long.
And as you are preparing to leave, the ashy gray flames of your ritual fire begin to spell out something to you, and you hear the sound of your name, familiar and unfamiliar, and the reassurance, as always, as you are incapable of doing incorrectly. You've done everything right.
I think, yeah, like as it like spells the name, Noel does stop and like reflexively go to a knee and bow. Like averts his eyes towards the floor for a bit before looking up and kind of like straightening. A little like half smile forms as he turns and leaves the room.
All right. Did you go and see anybody, or you just kind of wander?
1 sec. I gotta bring the dog inside.
Okay.
Never mind, just got it.
Okay.
I don't know who would be the nearest to where I am currently. Like assuming it's like, I don't know, midday.
Midday at the lighthouse? I think that leaves a couple of you potentially around Vakaris and Krellick. Either you around?
I would not be at the lighthouse, actually. Krellick would not be at the lighthouse.
All right.
Honestly, likely.
Okay, Vakaris is around.
Yeah, I mean, Noel would probably go to the like communal area and eat and eat and eat and eat like a solid like 3 meals back to back to back, realizing for the first time that he's been hungry for like 2 days. Like he probably sits down and is like, yeah, it'd be nice to have lunch, and then as he starts to eat, like the body catches up and is like, oh holy shit. Oh god, we're very big and we require a lot of nutrients.
Missy, you're the housekeeper and cook, readily provides for you. As confused as she is, she signs to you. I think you're picking up some of the sign language. She asks.
Yeah, I
if everything is
took
all
time
right.
to learn it a bit ago.
Yeah. She asks if everything is all right.
Yeah, Noel would sign back like, excellent, thank you. Noel would sign, in the future, if I do not remember, please remind me to have meals sent to my room.
She gives
Like-
you a smile and a thumbs up.
Yeah, like
I love
he
that
knows-
he's.
Go ahead.
I love that he's just picking it up, but then can fully articulate that sentence in sign language. Like I spent a couple hours, but like in the future, please send all my meals to my room.
Look, language is Noel's specialty.
You're kind of sitting at the table in the kitchen as Missy's bringing you food. Vakaris, at lunchtime, if you'd like, you're kind of pittering around as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Vicaris has nothing to fucking do.
Hello.
Oh, hiya.
Which are you currently?
Oh, today I'm Autumn. Have we not met before?
If we met, it may have been under tense circumstances.
Oh, that could be true. Well, I'm still Vicaris, and he'll hold out his hand to shake.
Mhm. Yeah, he'll shake. And as he does, he like switches to a more fluid Sylvan. He's like, "Would you prefer we speak in this language?"
You know, I don't have many people to talk to in this, so it is kind of nice to go back to the original tongue.
I can also speak a little quicker in this tongue.
Oh, then for sure. You're kind of slow when you talk.
Thank you. And what have you been doing?
Just practicing my powers. They're still relatively new, so trying a bunch of different things. And even though he has no reason to have it with him at this time, he will pull out his painting. I recently made this with my new abilities. And
What
it is a picture of the Fae, rudimentally drawn. So it is only discernibly Fae because you were there with me.
You see Noel very leans forward, squints at it, glances at you, and is like, do you want critique or praise for this?
I mean, it's pretty perfect. So I'm not sure what critiques you could give, but I'm open.
So you want praise then? Yes. This is very nice.
Well, I'm not sure I need your praise. It's perfect.
Yes, it's very nice. Noel's just you can tell Noel is much happier than you've ever seen him before. But even at the painting, he you see a flicker of a frown across his face when he looks at the painting, and then tries to fix his face back to that happy smile.
You say that slower than you normally do, and you're already pretty slow, and that makes me a little suspicious.
You could use some work with the colors.
Oh, you mean some highlighter or the use of negative space? Yeah, I could see how that's lacking.
Yeah, Noel just nods enthusiastically, yes.
And he will literally throw the painting against the wall. Okay, I'll try again.
Noel's just staring at the painting as there's as some dried paint has fallen off on the wall. Just chucking it. Do you know where anyone else is?
Oh, for sure, no.
Are you... This is rhetorical. The music is yours, yes?
The music? Sorry, that's above board. What?
I'm presuming you played at least some music at some point.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that's me. I had to practice for a long time. I never played anything until recently. I guess you could say I did it out of boredom because training to be something else was the first time I ever had to do anything. With effort.
To be clear, this is the first time you've ever had to express effort for a task.
Oh, yeah, no. I prefer not to, but I'm 113. Yo?
52.
Oh, that's nothing.
Indeed, I am quite young.
But
you also are quite young.
Oh gosh, that was my weight. Sorry, retcon it. I'm 157. You'll lose track once you get past the 100. You'll see.
You will not naturally die, yes?
I mean, I think eventually I will, unless of course, I'm granted immortality by the council.
You will still die eventually.
Eventually, sure. Yo?
Will I die? Yes. Hopefully.
Do you seek immortality?
Of a sort, yes.
Oh. And how do you plan on attaining this?
If I have served correctly in this lifetime. I will be gifted with eternal servitude.
Hmm. And you prefer this servitude?
Hmm.
Hmm.
It is the highest honor, yes.
Okay, well, to each their own, I guess.
Hmm. What will you do with your immortality?
I'd like to think that people will come to me for certain gifts, and I would give it to them, and then watch as they misuse it and create chaos in the world, and sit back and smile until the next person comes for different powers. That is a life well lived.
Would that not grow boring at some point?
Oh no! See, each one gets a different thing. It's not the potential for repetition loses out with the more creative means. I like to think I get more creative as time goes on.
Hmm. Noel goes back to like shoveling food in his mouth as he like is clearly like contemplating. What do you plan to do today then? I find myself without plans.
He will turn to the painting and then turn back. I guess refine my skills. But
That
other than that,
would
I have no plans.
if your goal is to improve at painting, that is a worthy use of time. Noel glances at like you see his eyes like flicker over to the painting and then flicker back.
Oh, it's pretty quick. It doesn't even take more than a minute. Do you want to see?
Shh. Yes.
And because I don't expect us to do anything today, I will use spells to do this.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna dimension door up to my room, grab my stuff, dimension door back.
Okay.
And gleefully put all the materials for the painting on the table, and then grabbing strings from nothing at all. It'll eventually come together, and with a flick, the painting will appear on the canvas using the fabricate spell.
The fine invisible filaments are wielded like a marionette as the utensils pick themselves up and work across the canvas. What do you make? What do you make, Karis?
I am redoing my last painting.
Excellent.
Taking Noel's very limited critiques into account. Did we do charisma or performance last time?
I feel like it was definitely charisma, but I don't remember if it was performance.
They're the same if I did a straight charisma or performance. I'm not proficient.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah, performance is fine. Yeah.
Hey!
Ah!
I think the last time it was 10.
Yeah. The critique on negative space really stuck with you.
It did some work.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah, like Noel glances at it and nods and says, "Do you find satisfaction in skipping to the end?"
I mean, I think I found satisfaction in the end product. If anything, me being able to go quicker is a gift.
It is a gift, yes, but I will be back in a moment. Noel gets up and walks back to his room to grab his calligrapher supplies.
As he leaves, Picard's going to look at his painting like something else is wrong, but he doesn't see it. So he's going to be studying his painting until Noel comes back.
All right.
Yeah, when Noel comes back, he has like a bigger sheet of paper, and you see like puts his bag on the table and takes his supplies out, and he says, in the art you are trying to produce. It is a process, yes.
Sure.
You could improve if you knew more about the process. The slow way. Effort, yes.
I mean, it's something I don't particularly enjoy, but if it'll improve the paintings, then sure.
Yeah, Noel takes out the sheet of paper and first just writes, like, you see he writes NL, Scrivener, in, like, normal script. And he does it with his finger. And then he very quickly starts to go line by line and making it, like, more ornate, all in Sylvan, or whatever the, like, written version of Sylvan is. And, like, by the end of it, he is trying to make something that is, like, bordering on what he believes to be art, which is just very flowery, very, like, specific, like, just his name. And it probably takes him, like, 30 minutes to do this, of just very carefully, like, tracing these little tiny lines out very gently with, like, his big finger. And at the end of it, he, like, pauses, like, as if he almost forgot you were there, and blinks and looks down at it and says, "It is a process."
The entire time you were doing this, Fakar's had his head in his hands, and then does that thing as he lets his head, like, pulls his face down with his fingers. This is very, very aggravating for him, having to wait for things to happen.
This is part of the problem.
I mean, 10 minutes for this, and he points to, like, the rather ornate painting, and 30 minutes for that. I may like this more, and he picks up his painting to look at it again.
It is a good work, yes, but it is not mastery, because you do not know how it is done.
Seeing as how I'm now not super high on dimension doors, the cards will go upstairs, walking.
Makars, like, jogs out of the room.
Yeah.
He misty steps to the door and then sprints.
And then teleports back with an empty canvas.
Fucking trauma.
really, really driving your point home. And will take out 10 pennies. Animate all of them. And have them start painting for him. And then look up to Noel. With a kind of look.
Yeah, Noel is in, like, such a good mood that, like, the pleasant, you're now seeing, like, the flicker. You usually see the flickers of, like, smile on his usually, like, placid face. You're seeing, like, the flickers of frowns. Like, you see he's, like, watching the pennies, like, scraping themselves all over the page. And
You
it's
see,
like,
they're taking their time, but with 10 of them going, that'll reduce the time by 10.
a question. When you eventually, in your immortality, give gifts to people, will you do it yourself or have another do it?
I'm sorry, I was reading. Say that one more time.
Noel asked, when you have your immortality, will you give the gifts, like, out yourself, or will you have another do it?
Oh, I plan on giving them out myself. That way I can keep a easier track on things.
He glances meaningfully at the pennies. Mm-hmm. As they're just scraping around in circles. If this works for you, that is fine. a suggestion.
I guess that's true. I appreciate what I can do now. Although I do miss what I used to be able to do, and that required little effort.
Mm-hmm. Null shrugs and goes back to eating as he just blankly watches the pennies scrape around in circles.
Lucaris also has, with the animated pennies, there's little strings connecting all them, making it very marionette-like. And there are times, generally he's letting them paint, but there are times where he'll like flick a finger to keep it from going to a certain place.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
You end up with what is essentially, a mess.
It's just a bunch of circles.
First of all, it's
I'm
abstract.
actually imagining like pennies like dipping their edges in paint and like rolling across it and tumbling down. Like there's some abstract to that, but like that's not an art movement that has been invented yet. So
in my mind's eye, I see it. There was a point about 15 minutes ago when it looked really good, and then he kept going. And then he kept going, and then he kept going. And now we're so far past it into the too much gene that we're so gone.
As someone who has gone through Tipsy Canvas on multiple occasions, there's definitely a point where adding more takes away, and we are well beyond that.
I am so driven to begin monologuing about how this is art right there, and I cannot indulge that fantasy right now. I have to instead go and find out what Krellick is doing.
There's a few things I want to take care of in town. The first thing is I need to go buy 300 gold worth of diamonds. Because I owe that.
You owe. Okay,
I
all
owe
right.
that, so I need to get that.
Yeah. Okay. Done.
Yeah, I was gonna get it to. I was just gonna plan on eating it this time, seeing how that went.
Okay. No, wait. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, buy the diamonds so that way I can just try biting the fern, chewing some of it, to see, does it still work,
Okay.
So
that's
so
the
you're gonna-
connection
so-
of that thought process for you.
So you're going to need 600 gold a diamond. is what
right.
you're saying.
Yeah. No, I buy 300 gold worth of diamonds to clear my diamond debt.
Yes.
I buy a small amount of thin metal, just because I don't know how much stuff Yop has in the smithy works area. So just like a thin sheet of metal, something easily pliable.
10 gold.
Cool.
Yeah.
I steal a black sheet that I drape myself in like a robe. I position it like a robe.
Okay. I adore this. I have two things. One, black is the most expensive color of dye that exists. And two, like a bed sheet. So are you stealing this from a store or from someone's house? And this is obviously you can actually do this, like if you have the background feature, but I just want to indulge this little thought.
I mean, my thought is one. I mean, it's great that it's expensive because I don't have to pay for it. I have one imagination that it's like someone's hanging their laundry, and I just walk up and like look at the size and say that'll do and take it.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Beautiful.
Yeah. And then I make my way to see Tallowick.
Okay. Yes, she is. She's at attendance at Kelladix Tower, and welcomes you in. It's been a while. Is everything all right? And how is? And she kind of looks warily at you. How is studying going?
um like the image the image in my mind is like like it's like a cow hiding my features. It's the tip of the beak, the little splash of red. It's very obvious me.
Well, yeah.
You know,
There are two turtles in town, and you both look very different.
right. It's very obviously me. But I think it. You know, I'm like in my robes. I slowly approach her and get down on one knee and kind of bow my head and say, Master Talawee, my training is complete.
Oh, um, I'm glad. I'm sorry. You did you fold someone like a lawn chair? Is everything okay?
Behold, my dark gifts. I'll I'll reach into a pocket and pull out a little mouse, and then lay that on the ground and let it crawl around.
She
And
looks terrified.
I pull out the wand and begin moving it in the air. I whisper. Well, I don't whisper. I say my words of power in Draconic. Kraviksha, and a clawed turtle maw appears in the air as I cast Krellick's Crushing Claw, and I toss an egg into the air, grab it with the hand, and crush it.
She flinches. Oh, and puts a hand over her chest. Very good. Very good, Krellick. Very, very good.
This is
Very good.
the beginning.
Oh?
Yeah, it needs work. Like, I can't really crush more than like an egg.
Right. And you can see that there's a moment where it's very apparent she's intending on a long explanation that theoretically would be about there are spells that you can develop and master that are capable of crushing large and carrying large amounts of weight and volume and such, but she very much stops herself short. And she says, and this is the end of my tutelage? I'm confused.
Well, I mean, I've been practicing, right? And I figured a few things out, right? I've been doing what you taught me. And, well, I mean, look, here's the thing, right? This took, like, forever to figure out, right?
Yes.
I mean, is there just some way that we can speed this thing up?
Well, no. Magic takes time. I myself am still a student, and I'm in my 30s.
What if I, like, ripped the heart out of a sorcerer and ate it?
Then you would be a murderer.
What if he was like a bad sorcerer?
I mean, it's still murder. There are some means of enhancing one's power, but they're dangerous and have the potential to harm other people and yourself. I've known many wizards who have died in the pursuit of power. And those who have asked for it from others and It has been traded to them at great cost.
That's what I was thinking about. What if I just sell me soul? I'm not even using it.
You are using it. You're using it right now to decide whether or not it's a good idea to sell your soul. It's not, by the way, I should make that clear.
I mean, you ever done it?
My brother has.
Well, I mean, he must be like super powerful then.
He is, but he's forfeit his personhood. He has no identity left to him, and when he dies, his soul will be rent. Everything that he will have done in his life will mean nothing.
I mean, that don't sound too good. I mean, I want people to remember me.
Then you should work. Practice.
Oh, Telly, it takes forever.
I know.
I just want to fold a man in half. I mean, come on.
I hate that you want that. That is gruesome.
I mean, you know what I do for like a job, right?
Don't. Well, I know you killed a friend of mine.
Who'd I kill?
Read low.
I don't even remember that.
She looks a little indignant.
Oh, you sure it was me?
I think I might be finished as your instructor, Kralik. If you wish to keep learning, you'll have to find another teacher. And if you wish to sell your soul, it is yours to sell.
I'll see. Well, you can keep the rat. I was gonna eat it later anyway, so you can just have it.
A little spark of a flame ignites and forms its own hand that offers just warmth as it passes near you, and catches up the little mouse and brings it to her. She holds it in her own hands.
I'll keep practicing.
Very well.
I bow,
Master.
and then I will turn and leave.
She watches you cross over past the gate. The gate shuts behind you, and there's a dim, deep thud behind you as it does so.
I turn and look. It's like a tower, right? Is this? Am I imagining this right, or is it like a manor house?
There is a very, very small, almost cottage, and then a 3-story tower. Yes.
Yeah. I look up at the tower and just say,
I'll show you. I'll show everyone. This is only the beginning.
I like to head into town and still wearing my dark sorcerer robes. I want to scope out Liru's joint.
Ah. Okay. You know exactly where it is. You've had many kids paid to check out this little sweet cottage with its white picket fence and wildflower garden and low low hanging roofs.
I stand, like I guess like across the street, something to that effect. Um, it, um, do I see her? Do I see anyone?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah. It's a 7.
There is light through the curtains.
Open window or closed window?
Closed windows.
Closed windows. Okay. I scowl a bit, and I have to. Do I have to touch something to do this? Hold on. No, I won't do anything. I scowl for a bit, and I will leave to go find. I'll go to Captain Xandros's place.
You turn around, headed back down the street, and Liru is beside you, staring in the same direction you had been.
It's dangerous to sneak up on someone like that.
She looks you up and down.
How you been?
I've had the lovely company of some delightful children the past few weeks. I've been great.
Little bastard. Oh, I don't even know any children.
You cannot lie to me.
I think I just did.
She nods her head to one side. I will know when you lie to me.
Well, that makes 2 of us then, don't it?
You think I lie?
I think you're not what you pretend to be.
You think I'm pretending to be something?
I think that you want people to see you a certain way, but that's not always the way you is.
That is entirely accurate. For everyone else's sake. If you'd like, I can show you what I really am.
I already know.
Do you?
You's like me. You's just playing at being good.
Playing, I am incapable of doing anything but it is the preordination of my kind. I am incapable of doing harm.
Well, I guess it depends on your definition of harm then, doesn't it?
It does. Would you like to come inside? Punketta bakes every day.
Nah.
Are you afraid?
Oh, you. Let's get one thing clear between us here. The only reason you're talking to me right now with all your teeth is 'cause of Cecil.
Try it.
I snort and make a move to like turn and whip my cloak.
You're welcome anytime.
I continue moving, stepping away.
All right. And you go to Zendros?
Zendros, yeah.
All right. I like this look.
Yeah, needs a little bit of, taking in here and there, but not bad.
What is it that I can do for you today?
Well, I mean, I got a little bit of coin, and I'm expecting a very big payday. I just wanted to see what kind of stuff you had.
Let's see if there is a new shipment of things. I apparently need to update the list, and I will do that on break. But while you're perusing, is there anything specific that I can do to help you?
I don't know, really. I've been actually.
I kind of like look around the shop. There are other people in here.
Not many customers, but there are, as always, many of her priests.
Yeah, I kind of like lean in and motion for her to like come in close.
She does.
I've been practicing a little bit of magic. Yeah,
Oh, is that so?
yeah. Dark, powerful sorcery. But how do I like juice it up? Like how do I make it like real crazy?
This is something you are learning for yourself, or is this a gift?
I mean, I had a teacher, but well, now I'm like an independent. I'm self-taught now.
I see. Well, in my experience, it is by the service of faithful work that I have been granted access to stronger and stronger magics. I am, after all, a priest. She grins, flashing sharp teeth.
I guess I never really paid attention, like, you was, like, religious and all that.
Certainly, this is, as I have said, many occasions, this is a temple.
I thought you meant, like, a temple to, like, money.
There can be both, but it is properly a temple.
I heard that if you eat the heart of a wizard, you gain his powers. Is it true?
No.
Shit. Alright, well, I mean...
You are looking for something easy?
I'm a very advanced practitioner.
Naturally, of course, I would not ever assume anything less.
Yeah.
But
I can
you
almost fold a man in half.
Impressive. She looks to one of her acolytes and puts out a hand. A light purple mist begins swirling between her fingers, then bolts to them, and they tense like a board, and then bend at the waist, almost in half. And then the mist dissipates, her hand relaxes, and they return.
Is it like, what'd you just do?
Merely told him if he wished to live, he would do as I say. And I said then to fold in half.
I mean, that's kind of like what, I mean, you did it like with your mind. I mean, that's what I'm trying to do.
Of course.
I mean, you don't think that's like gross or anything.
No. Of course not. It is a blessing and a boon. It is the divine right of my lord that I have come to this power.
Wait a minute, your divine right is folding people in half with your mind.
My divine right is to tell and command those around me to do as I ask.
I'm thinking like, I don't want to ask them. I want to do it to them. You know, I want to make them do it, but not like ask them.
They have a very hard time saying no. Very hard time.
I find myself in need of a teacher. Would you teach me how to do that?
Her eyes glint. Of course.
Well, I mean, I've got some shit to do today, but I mean, when can we start?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'll be back tomorrow.
I will be prepared.
What is happening?
Yes, Sean, what's happening?
I don't know.
The best goddamn thing to happen to this game is what's happening right now.
Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. Okay, I'm just looking at her stuff. I mean, I can't really even afford most of the things in here. I actually can't afford most of the things in here, except maybe I could get these scrolls, but I don't think I can actually cast them because I only know
It's a real
one real
conundrum.
spell. Amazing. Okay. I peruse her goods, pretend like I know exactly how all this stuff works. Like,
You all seen that one before. Okay.
Want a fucking deception check?
It is actually impossible at this time to deceive her.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, I'll ask for, I left 50 gold deposit on, armor, but I tell her that, I won't need that anymore.
All right. Non-refundable.
Oh, this is a temple for money. That is okay. Okay then. Oh, okay.
Listen, you requisition materials, you ask for very specific things. I have to send acolytes across the plains looking for them. I am keeping my 50 gold.
Oh, you just said that they love doing it.
They do. She grins.
Fuck, that is, man. Okay, I gotta get in on this somehow. Okay. All right. Look, I'll see you soon. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Cool. I have to go to the lighthouse to take the portal to the thing. To our place. Oh, do you want me to tell you what I'm planning on doing with the leather and metal?
Yes,
and stuff?
please.
Yeah. What I'd like to do is because I'm skilled in leather's tools, and I am also I learned how to use smithing tools. I want to attempt to fashion leather armor for Gragefang or Goose. little armor he can wear.
Make a smith's check at disadvantage.
Okay, sounds fair. What stat do you want it to roll on?
I will let you use either in intelligence. Yeah, I will let you use intelligence.
Okay. All right. I'll burn. Would you let me burn a skull to gain advantage to flatten the roll?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. With intelligence, come on, you so threatening. A 27.
Fuck you.
Oh, I clicked. Yeah, Smith tool. Okay. Yeah.
Are you proficient with Smith's tools, or is it just like you just know how to use them?
I am proficient because of the class. That was the role play of learning from Yop was the gaining of that.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I mean, it's not an afternoon project,
No.
but when it is complete, this is the greatest thing you've ever made.
Excellent.
Oh my god. Zashel! What are you doing on this fine afternoon? I can't, dude! Lauren's in the Feywilds. Get rammed.
All right. Whew. Okay. Oh my god. There was a solid minute there where I was like, well, we are about to find out what happens when my patron dies. Okay. Holy shit, this session has gone off the chains.
This is episode 69, baby.
I actually don't think. I think Zashel has taken care of most of the things that he had to take care of. Yeah, I think he's just pittering around the casino for once. I have nothing. I'm so sorry.
Excellent. Vicaris, what are you doing besides painting, if there's anything else?
Waiting for Krellis to return.
Well, you're in luck.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, as soon as he comes back. Oh, hiya.
Hey, there he is. What's up, mate?
I have a gift for you.
Well, for me.
Oh, sure. So I've been thinking that, with you learning magic and stuff, that what does every spellcaster have that you don't? And it's easy. An arcane focus. And he will pull out a wand. So here you go. This is something to channel your inner spellcasting, your innate abilities, as it were. Go ahead and try it out. I'm going to hold it out to him.
What does it look like? What did you make?
It is just like run-of-the-mill. I didn't make it either. Run-of-the-mill wand with like a slight bend in it.
Okay, yeah. Classic wand. Classic.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But mechanically, it allows you to cast prestidigitation.
That's very cool.
That's it. Oh yeah, give it a whirl. It's in the wrist.
I take it in my big clawed hands and look at it. Look at you.
You got this for me?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, I'm gonna try. All right, staying back though, cause my magic is unpredictable.
Oh right. It's also been quite aggressive in the past, and he'll like slowly walk behind Kralik. And he will create a very large shield in between him and Kralik. Not because he's actually worried, but for Kralik's benefit.
We're in the lighthouse. Is there are there like candles around, stuff like that?
Sorry, I was muted. Yes, there are sconces.
Little stuff
yes.
like that. Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Careful, don't put too much into it.
I'm a skilled practitioner, so my movements are not precise, very wide. There's you think I'm gonna knock something over at some point during it, but I will. I say my words of power in Draconic.
Vroraktum.
I cast piquancy, which means a sharp flavor. And I will try to snuff out a candle. I'm trying to make the candle explode, but I think I'd snuff it out.
Yeah.
God.
What you think?
You just snuffed out a candle, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Well, I think it's a great start.
Yeah, but look at all the candles behind you.
I'm gonna turn around.
I quickly say "Raktum vroom, raktum," and try to turn off more.
Once I hear that, I'm just gonna like slowly or slow my turnaround significantly to give him time. Oh, gee! You did all that with one casting, eh?
It's very. I told you he's unpredictable.
You are very powerful. I don't want to say this about metagaming, but does Talowick know about this?
Yeah, she knows. Yeah, I mean, she told me, how to do it. But
No,
I'm
sure.
like, I feel like I kind of like learned so much that like I'm beyond what she can teach me now. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like ascended.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, look,
Sure.
I pull out my Wand of the War Mage and say, "Look,
I got two of them now. Look,
Oh, double casting. That's formidable.
I point them at him as if they're like I'm pewing.
He
Little
will
sparks fire off the end of the one.
he will feign hiding behind his shield.
oh, what's going?
Oh, careful!
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh, thanks. If you need help, I'm always here.
I think I'll be. Well, I mean, honestly, I would actually like any pointers that you have. I mean, use very strong. I mean, almost as powerful as Eshu, I think. But I actually I did find a teacher that I think is gonna be exactly what I need.
Oh, Okay then. Um. Oh yeah, that sounds nice.
But I mean, you and I can still practice.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, yeah. That's fine. But you're probably busy with your new teacher. They sound great.
I look, just 'cause I'm got a new mentor that's gonna teach me how to fold a man in half with my mind, it don't mean that you and I can't do magic together.
Oh, sure. No, I don't want to take away from whatever they're teaching you and all that. It's fine.
Hey, and don't forget, you still gotta come and train every now and then, or else you're gonna get rusty and then someone's gonna stab you.
Oh, sure. That's true. Um, um, Perhaps maybe later we can do it again.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, for sure.
Hey, I didn't have a chance to talk to you about it with everything that's been going on. I heard people when we was in the Fae, right? Like everyone there gossips like all the time, right? And I heard people talking about, like kind of what happened at that dinner when the table melted and all that.
Mhm. What
My,
what did you what did you hear?
well, this, but look, it's just rumors, what people saying. But it sounded like Obi was being kind of a dick to you, so.
Oh, yeah, no, he used me as a way to get on Chandria's nerves for sure.
Yeah, you all right with all that? I mean, that's look, your people and all.
I mean, in hindsight, or rather at the time, I wasn't full pleased, but in hindsight, I think it worked out for the better. I was able to turn around and make it work in my favor, which is exactly what I needed for the court.
I give you like a light bump on your shoulder, like,
Hey, here you go. See, that's you're gonna take it, by the horns and wrestle it down.
Oh yeah, no, it's only a matter of time before I'm as conniving as the rest of them. And he will also be rubbing the shoulder because it hurts.
Yeah, well, just make sure you remember the little ones, us here, when you're all big and fancy and all that.
All right, we'll try.
Hey, can't tell you a secret.
Always.
I'll let Sandria win.
What? Why?
I was gonna take her down, right?
Uh huh.
You know what I mean? Because, like, I had to prove it to myself, but,
All right.
I just saw the way that people was looking at it and the way Obi was acting, and right then, I mean, it just dawned on me, right? Remember when, alright, so you was there, right? We was fighting all them things, and that I got, like, sent to some weird place where everyone was standing in line talking nonsense and getting drinks, right?
Sure.
And I'm standing there in line, and it just, like, dawns on me, right? Like, like an epiphany that if if I if I if I take her down in front of everyone, then, like, what's that getting us? Like, yeah, I was the biggest and strongest, but, then, like, what's that gonna make us look like? And is that gonna mess up our, alliance? So I figured that, wait a minute, if she wins, then then not only can like our contract look better, right, but then she looks better in front of everyone.
Vicaris is going to look at him extremely quizzically, completely unaware that he had this level of foresight, especially in the heat of battle. Put his arm on his shoulder and say, "Kralik, you're much smarter than I think people give you credit for."
Can I tell you another secret?
Always.
I just I know I am aware that everyone knows I have this helm of intellect, but I lift up the wizard hat a little bit as I and like point to the headband and say,
It's this.
Oh.
It's the best money I ever spent. Like, I can't stop thinking about things like all the time.
I don't think you give yourself enough credit, Kralik. With or without the headband.
Thank you, Vicoris. You're a good friend.
On a different note, when are you going to take on Hamir?
Oh, shit. I forgot all about it, honestly. I've been, like, so obsessed with this, like, magic thing. See, that's what, like, I was, you know, I wanted... You think if I sell my soul, I'll be able to get magic strong enough to fold Hamir in half with my mind?
Oh, sure, but I don't know if that's a good idea. I'm sure you can defeat him without having to sell your soul. And also, if you're going to sell your soul, you may want to do it for something bigger than killing Hamir.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's just, can you promise me something, Kralik? In the moment that you decide to sell your soul, can you just make sure one of us are in the room? I mean, honestly, pick any member, preferably me, but like, any member, just make sure we're in the room, okay?
Well, you won't be like my witness.
Or
You want to be there the moment that, like, I became who I was meant to be.
That, and also maybe perhaps a voice of reason. They're not mutually exclusive.
Okay.
Promise, and he holds out his hand.
I take your hand.
Promise.
I promise.
All right.
I mean, after all, if no one is there to witness it, you know, with like, did it even happen, you know?
Oh, I don't. I keep slipping into that, Frank. I don't think so now.
So what do you want to go kill Hamir right now? You and me?
Oh sure, I can follow you, but I believe the deal was one-on-one, right?
Oh yeah, they wrote like a whole contract up, didn't it?
I think you did, yeah.
Let's go find that contract. I want to know exactly what it says.
Oh, I think I know exactly the person to go to.
Hey, where's Lauren?
She's on a trip. But the person we need is Noel. We should go find Noel.
Okay.
As soon as Kralik passes him, Vicaris' eyes are gonna go really wide and just he's gonna mouth, "Holy shit!" and again reconsidering teaching Kralik magic in the first place.
Okay, and we're gonna take our 10-minute break, folks.
You
Back at
know,
quarter 2.
I hope Bella kills Samir before Lauren gets back, so she doesn't have to sit there and watch that.
Oh, shame about Tallywick, but yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely makes sense. I have no idea who she's talking about.
Sam Velez?
Mm-hmm.
Greenlow? Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like, the name is familiar, but it's
I
the same
wasn't
thing.
sure if it was Krellick didn't remember or Sean doesn't remember. But
It
I
is.
didn't want to interrupt.
Would I surprise you if I said both?
To be fair, Krellick never really knew him as Sanballat and saw him as Reedlow for like a single moment before
We're
fighting.
crushing him.
Oh, right. That was more of an R issue than a Krellick issue.
She's just scared. She won't be able to control my power. She's trying to hold me back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Krellick to
Correct.
make a pact with someone and sell his soul.
She's my Obi-Wan.
Oh.
Krellick Corruption Arc 1.
I did it. I did it.
I'm gonna pin this part, and then we'll be able to find it all.
I did it.
Rock slowly. Oh.
My magnum opus. With this, I retire.
I think my sulfin is really on another level, my dude. Throws that fucker hard. Oh.
You know what really got me? Was
Oh, I gotta fix it.
what really got me, Doug, was when you were saddened by the fact that like I was learning magic from someone that hurt my heart so much.
Without me, we were magic students together.
There, I
We
fixed
both
it.
had nothing and crawled our way up. One took becoming a one-man army, the other, took getting a hand. But still, we were best magic buddies. Or best non-magic buddies. Either way.
I laughed so hard my heart fucking hurt just during that whole fucking Krellick thing. God damn it. Just fold the man in half. This is the best I'm ever gonna do. This is it. I'm finding typos as I go through it, and I'm fixing.
You for sure have peaked. I honestly don't know.
This is for you, Doug.
I don't know what's above this. So
I really like
anybody.
I really like the part here, because I'm the best I've ever been, which is
It felt right.
it does, yeah.
Trying to do the Krellick voice in text speech is pretty fun.
It's
Or
got,
what?
it's got my training is complete. This is only beginning energy.
That was a real moment of. Does Sean know what he just said? Did he do that on purpose, or was that just a Sean fumble?
Like the whole thing with like I knew I wanted to talk to Tally and do like a dark, like a Sith moment with her. That was the limit of my thought. So well, I had no idea what was happening that entire time.
I didn't know what to expect, but I mean, it panned out in some way.
It went
it-
somewhere.
It went
Certainly.
somewhere, and it surprised, I think, all of us.
I loved going to Zendros. Oh man, and you just immediately after, what the fuck is happening?
I did not expect, I mean, I'm just responding in the moment, but oh boy, I did not expect losing Tally as as my teacher. That was tough. That was tough.
I didn't
And-
kill one of your friends. Yeah, you did. Oh,
Mm,
do you know what I do for a job?
get paid to kill people. Come on.
Oh shit.
Oh my god. I will say, Krellick, obviously, because of his boon, is not scared of Lilo. But
Right.
I was nervous with that conversation. I really thought about going in,
know.
seeing what was in there. I was like, oh no, that's like a hole behind the curtain thing I could find. I mean, like it'd probably be nothing, but I got worried. The worry was like, if I go in there and I do some dumb shit, that's gonna be bad.
You gonna do some dumb shit you can't undo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the thing with Zendros is gonna go fine.
Yeah.
Look, that has a better chance of. Look, that's gonna hurt me more than the most.
I actually I'm gonna scroll back up to the Ted message that was, y'all, I held my breath. Fuck! And I'll be right back.
Fucking pick and see.
Pick and see.
Like, I guffawed pretty fucking hard at the mage hand. Fucking, I wasn't ready for pick and see.
Because I was like, oh, I've been using this for flavor. What's a synonym for flavor? Oh, I don't know what this word is. I've never heard this word before. Cool.
That's the exact thing Krellick would name a spell.
I was like, this sounds like a magic word.
It clearly sounds wizardly.
It does sound wizardly.
Just
And I think I mainly the only reason I picked this cantrip was like, well, he'd probably flavor food a lot, make things taste like ale.
yeah. Everything tastes like beer. Fuck.
Oh, so dumb.
right, I'm back. Cody, you here?
Yeah.
Adam, you here?
I am.
Doug?
Yep.
Monkey?
Nope, not here.
Well, no, you're in the Fae. You're good. Sean?
I'm here. Yes.
And Ted?
Oh my god. You know what's terrible also about the Tallywick thing? I put
Mhm.
this on my character sheet like a week or two ago. Is I named the feature after her. I have to get rid of it now.
Oops.
In the arms of an angel.
Just add the word former to it.
Oh.
Former student of Talawick.
Not better.
Enemy.
Nemesis.
There's also 2 L's in Tallow, and it's 2 W's because it's Tallow Wick.
Nemesis of Tallowick.
It's okay. Kralik can spell it however he wants.
It's the Talawick blood feud.
In spite,
Okay.
I'll spell your name wrong.
Where to start? Where to start here?
And so you said 2 L's, 2 W's?
Tallow
Oh.
Wick. Yep.
Yeah. Is it 2 words or hyphenated?
It's one word, but it comes
Okay.
from 2 words. Yeah.
You got it.
Zashel, is there anything that you need to be taken care of?
At some point, Zashel will track down Vicaris, preferably when everyone else is around.
Oh, darn. Well,
And we'll
yeah.
actually bring Lucky along also. I'm just trying to... the reward for Nightshade. I think we should... if we could disperse that, I have some business to cover with some of the funds.
Oh, sure. I actually did the math last time and apparently forgot to fucking distribute it. We're doing 7% right there.
8.
8%, thank you. And it was 10,000 as the gift.
Mhm.
Gift. Reward. Oh, god damn it. Mm-hmm. Then we have. Oh my gosh.
While everyone is here, Yop and Lucky are aware, but Captain Zendros has requested our assistance with the retrieval of an artifact on a sunken ship outside of Waterdeep, guarded by some sort of multi-armed fiend. We can put whether we wish to accept that contract to a vote, and then when we wish to take care of it. I know we have other things. And one of our franchisees is currently on vacation, which I have neglected to ask Abernathy how long that is for. Either way, Noel, we will need a contract drawn up.
Well, what's the other half of the contract? I mean,
Sorry?
I understand Zendros wants us to get this item. What do we get if we get the item?
I assumed that would be negotiated during contract.
Oh, I see.
I was putting forth the idea of accepting this task.
Oh, I got you. I understand.
If it's for Zadie, I mean,
Zendi?
Zadie.
Okay.
The ship is underwater. Yes.
Correct.
We will need measures for that then. I cannot breathe water.
That's already taken care of.
Mhm.
Just for emphasis, Zashel will go ahead and cast water breathing.
Yes.
As long as everybody's here, Noel, this is for you.
That's just a mind sharpener.
Yeah, Noel will like reach out, take it very like carefully. What do I do with this?
Oh, well, you put it, it fits just behind your ear, and then that little, wire part, you just actually stick that right into your ear.
God.
Yeah, Noel immediately does it.
Yes, and, by accepting this gift, you are contractually obligated to remain concentrating on spells up to 4 times a day.
Ha! That is a good idea. Thank you.
Yes, I thought you would appreciate that.
Noel is smiling very widely.
Satchel, have you decided if you'd like the ring that I made for you?
Yes, I will find time to shift some magical, some attunement around.
Wonderful. Oh, hand that over.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Oh, hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, I just remembered something. Hey, yeah, would you be okay with staying after your shift for a little while tonight? There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah, no problem, boss.
Great. Sorry, Carly, what were you saying?
Oh, Zeshul, it's a good thing that you and Noel's here. Because and I was talking about the Hamir thing, and we just wanted to go over the contract and make sure everything's legit.
I feel like there is an exchange of looks between Zashel and Noel.
Yes.
And then Zashel just gestures at Noel.
Before clarification, is this to the death or a death?
I specifically would like to read over the parts relating to death and injury therein.
I can either write this so that the bruises will not be brought back, or permanent.
I believe the contract that was agreed upon with Dark Magic and the Documenter of the Tavern franchise of some other salt marsh has already accounted for that stipulation. You will find that there is a completed contract for this.
Yeah. Noel will produce it and then read it over for a second.
It specifies a death.
Okay. Yeah, Noel nods and hands it to Krellick and points to the mortality clauses, basically.
And what happens upon death?
If you die, I will rectify the situation.
And I think, actually, because I don't know, and what happens if Hamir dies?
That is left to the discretion of the opposing party. It is not specified what his preference is, but it is specified that it is up to him.
And what about injuries sustained?
Are you asking as far as like healing goes?
Yeah.
Null would be able to describe that anything that happens within parameters of the duel on the terms of the duelists is permitted. No outside forces will be permitted to be involved until there is death.
I hand it back to. Well, actually, I looked at Vicaris and say, "What do you think?"
I mean, that was the original deal, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure why anything has changed.
Okay. This seems fine then.
It seems what you want to do.
I have a question. If I'm obligated to rectify his death, will you be okay with that?
He better be okay with that. Oh, did you mean Hamir?
No, Krellik.
Oh. He better?
That is, if I have to save Hamir, will you be okay with that?
I'm not actually sure.
Mhm.
Wait, would you have to save him?
A
No, but-
contract is a contract. If it is his preference and I am present, I may, yes.
What if you tried and someone counterspelled? Would that fit the well, I did my best, and then he doesn't get resurrected?
If
I mean-
I
We can all agree that he doesn't deserve to live.
Mm-hmm.
Right, well, I mean, that's a given.
Yeah, that's a given. I think we's gonna have to find that out when it happens.
I do not necessarily want to save, or rather rectify his death. If he wishes it, however, I may be required to do so. If
There
you
will
want to find...
Almost certainly be other individuals that are capable of doing so.
I was going to ask, yes, that answers the follow-up. If I am not present,
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like,
Hamir, like us, is an employee of a very large, very powerful, very magically oriented company. I understand what you are trying to get at, but the point is, contractually, if he wishes to be brought back, he will be brought back. The same would be true should Krellik fall. There would be no case in which Krellik would not be allowed to be returned by members of Hamir's franchise, perhaps doing the things you are suggesting doing. You wanted this fight, look to the fight.
I mean, if Hamir kills me and you all bring me back, I mean, how's I supposed to live with myself after that?
You can, of course, make the decision not to come back, but I feel that would be a waste of your talents. It is ultimately, however, your choice.
indeed.
I'll let you know on the day.
Krellik,
Fair enough.
you know, there's nothing wrong with losing a fight, but staying down because you lost a fight, that doesn't sound like you at all.
No, but I mean, if it was you, and I couldn't do it, I'd rather be dead.
Yeah,
It's
if we
not-
can't kill Kamir this time, we'll Just have to train harder and get him next time.
Maybe bring Rage Fang.
I don't know that I'm feeling that cruel.
Oh, wait. Cecil, do you still have that little goblin thing?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Okay. What
Black.
do you think?
Its name is Black.
Gesundheit.
Black. Okay. What do you think
Gosh, this
about
guy's lucky a look.
what do you think about 20 gold says that my ooze in a jar can take your blick?
Oh my
Almost
god.
certainly the case, number one. Number two, I've already told Black that I would try to get them back to their tribe. Black is simply a goblin. He's a stabber, but he has no stabbing implement, so Black versus an ooze would be a very one-sided fight.
Well, I mean, you can make him like a little knife. Make him like a little shield.
Well, he's also not supposed to be that small. He was... Black was shrunk by the hags and then tortured while in the jar, so
We just
I'm
gotta
not about to
put the jars together, you know.
I'm not... No.
Does Black want to remain a stabber?
Yeah.
No.
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
To be fair, I think he was put in the jar because he was trying to stab the hags. That's our working theory, anyway.
What if he rods Rage Fang?
I thought you liked living here.
What do you mean?
Question, Krellick.
I think this becomes inhospitable if you managed that.
I mean, that sounds like a really good defense system.
Oh, I don't know, Krellick. What makes you think he won't just stab Rage Fang?
What makes you think Rage Fang will just eat him?
Right, well then you don't have an advanced a defense system any more advanced than just Rage Fang.
Maybe we like introduce him. See how it
Maybe
goes.
just-
Do
Black
you-
will stay in the jar.
You want to
He's
set him up on a blind date, Krellick?
But yeah, I mean, sure.
Rage Fang is the goose.
If there is nothing else, I need to get to Zendros.
Do you want
Alright.
me to try to fix this stabber?
Not right now, no.
Yeah, then you have a full-size
Then-
stabber
yeah,
on your hands.
Exactly.
Uh,
At some point,
Yop is staring at Krellick, but speaking to Zashel.
You mean you need to go see Zendi?
the captain, yes.
Understood.
I just need to pay the rest of a bill.
Hey, when you get there, tell her that I was looking forward to our first lesson.
What?
Okay. I can do that.
Oh yeah, she's got all sorts of new stuff. I was in there the other day. It's like super good and powerful and all that. But it's kind of like I'm above it now, so I also can't afford any of it. So there's that.
Ah. I'm gonna go back to the mainland too. If anyone needs anything.
Yep, I'm gonna go back to Tendon Bar.
Look, do you need me to come or just your?
Just Yop.
Okay.
Am
She looks a little confused.
Am I permitted to attend the bar?
Attend?
Hmm.
Yeah, you can sit around. It's fine. We, as the company, owns it, and you can kind of do whatever you want.
I'm in a rest period.
Gross.
Mhm.
Oh, I think I'm gonna go too. I could use a drink.
All right.
Well, I'll just I'm beering something for Rage Fang, so I'll just keep working on it.
Come on, Craig. We know you want to have a cocktail.
I thought of a new flavor of breakfast sausage.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How?
Well, I was
You know
planning
what? I
on
don't know.
walking, and I'm happy to walk with you if you want to tell me all about it on the way.
Aren't we on the island?
We are. She can water. She casts water walk.
Okay.
It's one of the weird spells she has.
Well, I mean, you was talking about, you want me to tell you about my breakfast sausage flavor. Is that what you're saying?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I can do better than that. I can show you. Yup, do we got any casks of ale around?
Well, as a matter of fact, there is a cask of ale up in my workshop.
Yeah, that'll do.
That'll do what?
I mean, like, bring it. Everybody can try the new flavor.
I'm gonna go, actually.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yes, it is. Yes.
You walking, Zash? Or are you gonna take the teleporter?
I'll walk with you. Deal.
Okay.
So, so Krennic, your new flavor of breakfast sausage is just ale?
Well, I mean, I figured I'm gonna make it like, remember we was talking, right? Like liquid
Right.
breakfast. Yeah. So like, you know,
Oh,
I was
yes, I understand.
figuring, yeah, like it's like I've got some eggs and peppers in it now.
No, well, now I'm confused again. Are you going to put the eggs and peppers in the glass and then fill the glass with the rest of the ale?
We have to move on.
It would not be a liquid then.
Trust me, it's better if I just show you.
Okay, and that goes on for hours.
No walk with Zashel and Lucky.
Okay. Order of events proceeds, I suppose, thusly. That night, about 1 o'clock in the morning, about the time where the casino begins quieting down anyway, Lucky actually begins pushing customers out the door and shutting down properly a little bit early. It's weird. And Yop, you see a lot of the kitchen staff and the attending dealers and such are nowhere to be seen very, very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes up to the bar where a couple of you would be, I think, at that point. And she sits with her elbows out on the counter, and she says, "Been liking it out here?"
Well, yes, it's very nice. I get to see people from all walks of life and hear about, their hopes and their dreams and how we dash them here by taking their money.
Yeah, we do. Can I show you something?
Sure.
Yeah, come here. And she motions for you to come around.
Yeah, I will follow Lucky.
Onto the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And to a table pretty central to the building itself. And pulls out his chair for you.
I'll sit down.
She sits opposite to you, and puts her feet up on the table, and then she shouts out into the dark of the dim building, and just says, "Okay, all ready." And you hear the sound of lights being lit and focused, and the curtains to your stage opening, and a somewhat sloppy but enthusiastic reading cast by the other members of your crew, the workers of the casino, starring Toby and Micah, put on the play Seeking the Spiral for you. It is dreadful. But it includes your scene. And when it concludes, the curtains close. People are very tired. Obviously, it's late, and the closet costumes are shed, and everyone begins to go home.
Oh,
And,
bravo, bravo! That was fantastic. It was so wonderful. Thank you all for putting the time in. That was so wonderful. And Lucky, did you organize this?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was very kind. Thank you for taking the time.
I mean, it was my idea, but I'm gonna be honest, I did. She kind of gestures to herself very little.
Well, I wouldn't sell yourself short. Having the idea and organizing others to execute it is a very important part of the process. Would any of it have gotten done at all? Would there have been any production whatsoever if you hadn't had the idea?
You know, you were just really bugged for. And I mean, obviously this doesn't fix whatever happened, but you know, keep crew happy.
Happy crew makes happy work.
That's gotta be the saying.
It's just pithy enough that it might be true.
Alright, I'm gonna go to bed. It's good to have
Very
you
well.
around.
Yeah, thanks for putting in the effort. I'm gonna head back to the lighthouse.
Cool. See you later.
Mm-hmm.
Off through the pneumatic tube.
Could you?
I was there, so I would have headed back with Yop.
Mhm.
Hey, Yop, before we go back,
Yes.
yeah, I may have not looked super ahead in the future, when I was teaching Kralik magic, or rather, lying to him that he could learn magic, and he may try to sell his soul in the future, and I think we
Oh,
both should
dear.
just keep an eye out for that. I just told him if he's gonna do that to have one of us in the room, so you don't.
Yes, I mean that. It's not a bad idea. Did you happen to mention it all to him that perhaps selling one soul is just a bad idea to begin with?
Oh, sure, that was the first, but but you know he doesn't always listen to that, so I wanted to make sure all bases were covered.
All right. Well, no, that's good looking out, and I'll see if I can't have a conversation with him and see if we can't try and refocus his magical energies.
Oh, I'd appreciate it.
Well, shall we?
Kasunk.
Well, because I think perhaps it's a good idea if I go first. I mean, I don't think me landing on you would be such a good idea at the other end of the tube.
No, good point. After you.
And off we go.
Is there anything that Noel would have been doing during that day?
No, I would have probably gone to like the bar.
Mhm.
Maybe drink a little.
Yeah.
But just kind of watch, enjoy, mostly just sitting, listening to people and watching.
Mm-hmm.
I would have stayed for the play if I could have.
Mhm.
Get kicked out.
No. That evening, after the play is over, Lucky gives Zashel a little. Good work at the spotlight. I know you weren't partial to the play, but thanks for helping anyway.
Of course. It was important to Yop, so it's important.
Uh-huh.
What are your thoughts on this whole Hamir situation? The fight.
Stupid. Just a waste of money and time. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, a righteous vengeance quest, I guess, but I don't know. One of them's gonna die and then probably be brought right back to life. Like, I don't know, that doesn't seem like very honorable or whatever. Not that I care about that either, but why?
I'm glad to know there's someone who has the same thought as I do. I expect when it comes up that it will be distressing to some of the others. It will seem apathetic, but I have something I need to do during that time. It doesn't matter. I'm glad the play was a success. I'm glad Yop seemed to very much enjoy it.
Yeah. Everything all right?
I'm just still a little shaken by our trip to Liru. That's all.
You don't think she's gonna... You know... Like, soon?
I don't know. The entire time that I have worked with Liru, this has been hanging over our heads, and it has seemed like something that was very, very far off in the distance. But if she is searching for someone, then that means that it is probably closer than I had expected.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, not like I know, like, anything about that, but, I mean, would she say something like, just look, like, just asking around? I don't know. That doesn't seem very committal to me.
Perhaps, but I have worked with Liru for 20-ish years now, so this is a change, and that is concerning.
Gotcha.
Is that surprising?
I don't know, I don't know. I guess. A long time.
Yes, I have known Liru most of my life, so even before we worked. But what will be, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. well, you know, since it's got you all so worked up, I hope that she doesn't bite it or whatever anytime soon. I mean, she's nice. She and I talked quite a bit actually while we were in the Dreadwood. A spooky mind thing. Weird, but she's nice.
It does take some getting used to, the mind thing. As you call it. But
Well, night, Zash.
good night. Good night.
Can I catch Zashel before, like, well, I don't know where he goes. I don't know if he stays here or if he's going back to the lighthouse, but
I do stay at the casino.
oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And he's
Yeah.
awake all night, so.
Yeah, okay,
I'm
cool.
readily available.
I'll be like by the bar. When I see you, I like wave to you and say,
Hey, Zash, you got a minute?
Yes.
Hey, can I buy you a drink?
Is there something? Can I ask you a question before we start?
Yeah, sure.
You call Vicaris Vic. Yop's name is, well, I suppose Noel's name is also too small to shorten. Is it a normal thing for you to do that?
What you mean, like nicknames and such?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you don't, do you not have, like, have you never said it a nickname or given someone a name?
Uh, that is a very personal question, but I have.
What's personal about a nickname? You know, it's like, it's mates, it's just things that friends do sometimes. People that I like generally. And some people I don't like.
Ah, okay. That explains that then.
Like Hammy.
Yeah, that one confused me.
Yeah, but I like you all.
Oh my, that raises questions. Sorry
Well, I'm full of answers.
I don't think you could answer this question, but anyway, I'm sorry. What is? I don't mean to sound dismissive. That's not what I was trying to say. It is a question that a particular individual would have to answer. That's all. I apologize if that sounded like I was speaking down or anything like that.
Yes, you apologize too much, mate.
How can I help?
Look, hey, I got something that I wanted to speak to you about, but I didn't know like exactly how to say it, so I've been thinking about it, and I just think like the best thing is just to say it, right? Then I don't have to think about it anymore, yeah?
Okay.
So, no, it's about your friend, well, Legro.
Zashel's eyes narrow immediately. Yes.
What is she exactly to you?
What do you mean?
Well, I talked to her a few times on her way back after all the stuff in the Dreadwood and all that. You know, she was not happy with me because of that, lady of the snow or whatever. You know, that elf lady that tried to kill us, and then she said, don't kill her.
Yes.
Yeah, well, she was pretty pissed at me about it, all that, and I didn't understand why, because I was just trying to defend us. She just said a few things, and I mean, she said that she's known you your entire life, like since you was wee little.
That is true. Yes.
Knew your mom too, yeah.
Yes.
Did she know her entire life since she was real little?
Almost certainly. I did not ever have a chance to ask my mother, but Liru is considerably older than she appears. She is a friend to my family for at least several generations and she has a particular, shall we say, outlook on the way events should unfold, and
You got that right.
most of the time, in my experience, she is correct. I am struggling actually to remember an incident where she was not, but what
And you
is
think
all this
that-
about?
Well, I mean, you think that she's just been right about it all the time? That, like, everything she does is, like, the right thing to do?
She does enjoy a certain amount of foresight, yes.
Look, you and I's we's mates, yeah?
Yes,
Mates look out for one another, yeah?
I try my best to look after everyone in the franchise, of course.
Not the franchise, not the company. I'm talking about us. You know? Not acquisitions, right? All of us, we's mates. We have to look out for one another.
Yes. That is what I said, yes.
Look, I'm telling you this as a mate. She's not as good as she seems to be.
Not
think
as
maybe that-
good how?
Come on, Zish. You know her all your life. Maybe you're just too close to it. See, you's a good person. One of the best people I ever met. She just pretends at it.
While I appreciate what you are saying here, Krellick, I feel the need to point out two things. I am, in fact, not a good person. There are no parts of my mind that form the bonds that the rest of you look towards. This is simply a part of the race of people from which I am hatched. It is something I have strived to work against, and a very large portion of what I consider my conscience, what I consider the force that drives me to do the things that I do, to act the way that I do, comes from Liru's guidance. Vicaris remains concerned with my presence because I made it clear to him that there was a time when I perceived him as such a threat to our franchise, to all of us, and to the people around him that I was willing to kill him in cold blood. I didn't.
What? You mean you would do him like Hamir did you, me?
Not quite. Yumi did not earn what happened to her.
It's not like Vic earned anything like that. What's he ever done that's been so bad?
He finds amusement in threats against the rest of us. The very first time that he's met any of us, he brought his own magics to bear against us. The very first day that I met him, he very glibly discussed plans to turn the material plane into the Feywild, the very thing that we just killed Granny Nightshade in the midst of. I know that I am perhaps unforgiving. I know that it may take me some time to see when people have moved past old ways. I admit this flaw of myself. I have strived since then to repair whatever might be salvaged of that bond. But my point here is that you seem to be concerned that perhaps Liru is not quite as good as you see her present herself. I am telling you, from my years of experience with her, that she is perhaps better than you see her as. It is no... It does not stretch the truth to say that if I had been raised among my birth race, that perhaps one day you all would be kicking down the door of whatever temple I was in. Because the threat of my kind does not cease. And it is only by the intervention of Liru that I am here as an ally.
Did she tell you about the dream?
Did she tell me about what dream?
The dream she gave me.
No, she did not.
She didn't like that I was going to kill that winter elf.
Okay. The elf was a captive, same as the children.
Not same as the children's there. She was there. She was helping them.
She was made to help them.
Yes, she was. But that don't make her innocent. Leroy didn't like that. I would have killed her. And she wanted me to understand what that lady had been through. So she gave me dreams. Well, I lived her life. And I don't mean like I saw it. I lived it.
I am
Weeks
somewhat familiar.
and weeks of it. I mean, I felt myself being tortured. I felt myself doing things I didn't want to do. Leroy wanted me to be scared, and I was.
She wanted you to understand. She wanted you to understand what that maiden had gone through, so that if you saw her again, since we ostensibly invited her to the lighthouse, you would understand why it was that she did the things that drove you to kill her in the first place.
Yeah, I understand. After all that, I definitely understand. You know, I still dream of it. Every few nights. What do you think the lesson of that is?
There is a certain amount of understanding necessary for even our staunchest enemies, even Hamir. We don't have to like the reasons they do things. We don't have to agree with the reasons that they do things, but we must at least understand. I am sorry that you continue to be plagued by these dreams. I don't know that there is anything that I...
Leroy even gives a shit or even knows about it.
It's possible she doesn't know. If she did, I have no doubt in my mind that she would do something about it. Anything within her power.
I'm just saying, be careful. Or, I know
I do
she means a
appreciate
lot to you. You's connected to her and all that.
I do appreciate your concern, Kralik. I do.
Also, you're not as cold-hearted as you think.
I have taken great pains to work towards that. It is something of a work in progress. As I suppose we all are.
Yeah. Hey, between you and me,
Hmm.
if you and Lockie end up getting close, just don't break her heart, you know what I mean?
Zashel goes bright red in the face. Krellick, um,
Look, I saw you two dancing. I mean, everyone saw you two dancing.
yeah, yes, it was, it was a lot of fun. Yes.
You look like you was having fun, all right.
Hmm.
Cold-hearted indeed. I'm just saying I'll break your legs. Yeah.
Understood. Understood. That's fair. That is fair.
But use my mate, so maybe like one leg. Like a little bit.
I appreciate the compromise. Krellick.
Yep. 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 Okay. Well, good talk. Hey, can I get you an evening sausage drink?
Sure. I have no. Yes, please. Is
Okay.
it's strong, right? You like your drink strong?
It's strong and it is spicy.
Tap my wand and make spicy sausage breakfast ale.
Oh god. Got like fucking Tabasco in it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what it is or what it tastes like. Zashel drains the entire thing in one go. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, you like it? Okay. Okay. I can make you more. I think it's pretty shit, but if you like it, I can make you like a whole bunch of it.
I mean, whatever's here is fine. I wouldn't mind a refill.
You got it, buddy.
Okay. In order to make things work a little bit smoother, what we're gonna do is say that this has the past couple of days have taken place. You know, some days since your return, which means that before session ends, Lauren is returned to the material plane on that same crystalline vessel that rose from the ocean and brought back to the lighthouse. Elias personally ensures your safe return, and grants if you ever bored or you want to come by again, just let me know. Same as where you came. Pretty easy to get a hold of.
Sure. If I can get some time off, but I don't know how busy the franchise will be.
Sure. I mean, I'm immortal, so I can kind of wait around. Just so don't go dying on me beforehand. That'd be appreciated. Yeah.
I'll try my best.
Great.
Noel is really good at his job.
Right, that was the bulk, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for all the gifts. And she kind of lifts the bag of souvenirs she got.
Do you need extra hands? You brought a lot with you.
No, I'm good. Thank you. And she kind of.
One moment. I almost forgot. We had a deal. And he grabs aside your face and kisses you and grants you the ability to cast Misty Step a total of 20 times. That is the boon you have received.
All right.
As she makes her way towards us, I imagine like for me, I imagine like this is a spectacle that everyone is like seeing this grand vessel like coming out by our lighthouse. Yeah.
Yes.
As it's like departing and she's like coming up. I just want to whistle, give her a cat call whistle, real.
Kind of looks like Krellick rolls her eyes.
Krellick, be nice.
Oh,
So, Lauren, how was it?
yeah, was it?
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Sorry, Sarah. Out of character, how many days was she actually in the Fae? Because I know it's a month in real time, but how many days did it end up being there?
Probably like less than a week. Week. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you your souvenirs like you asked for, Yop. And she starts digging through the bag for Yop's gift.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you, but don't worry about that just now. I want to hear about your trip.
Like, what kind of things?
Well, he was a gentleman.
Yeah, we explored like a lot of different things. You know, the Fae have like the strangest animals.
Yes.
I got this for Noel, and she pulls out a little, I guess it's like a container, and inside you see there's like a couple of butterflies fluttering around.
Oh, I bet he would like, why don't we go inside and gather everyone around? You can tell us about your trip. All at once, so you won't have to repeat it over and over.
Sure. I didn't think anyone would find it that interesting, but she'll follow Yop inside.
Joshua, bring down the whiskey.
He does so.
Yeah, I'll do my best to gather everybody around, and I will send Joshua to the lighthouse to gather any party members that are over there. And let them know that Lauren's returned.
Yeah, I think we're at the lighthouse, right? Because she got picked up from the lighthouse,
right.
so she... Yeah.
So, I'm just going to send him to the casino to, if anybody's over there, usher him back to the lighthouse and let him know that Lauren's back.
Oh, yeah. Lucky comes. All right.
Yep. Zasha would follow.
All right, Lauren. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, monkey. You're good.
Right. She's already holding a container with butterflies in her hands. I kind of got souvenirs for everyone. I thought it'd be nice to bring back gifts. No, this is for you. I believe they don't take much to take care of, and they can help you dispose of paperwork that you no longer need. Like, if I fill out a form incorrectly and I need to redo it and you need to get rid of it, they'll eat the paper and dispose of it, so there's no issue of needing to burn all the documents that are no longer necessary. And they'll take on, like, and she kind of points to the wings. These kind of ate some papers in the Fae, but when they eat your paper, they'll take on kind of a resemblance to what you've written.
Noel feeds a, like, as you're talking, takes out a, like, small blank sheet of paper and, like, folds it twice and then, like, gently unscrews this, like, little bottle and places the paper inside.
I imagine it's more like a bug box kind of thing. I don't know if you've played Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
With like a little latch on top.
Like
yeah,
a proper
yeah.
terrarium,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like small butterflies, but they have pretty substantial wingspans. Flutter towards them, begin with their little feet picking it apart and eating it, and you see that they have like very pale wings that begin to turn papery cream, and they have like some at the very edges of them, like very light and like dulled colors at the pigments at the tips of their wings, and as they eat, it kind of pushes that farther away. Probably they've eaten something more colorful before, and now we're just taking on the appearance of their.
Yeah, Noah's like holding it up in front of his eyes, like staring at it in wonder. He like slowly turns to Yop and says, "Will you assist me in making?" He like points his hand up to the top and points down a slot for the paper.
No, absolutely. That shouldn't be difficult at all. I'll get right on some plans.
Yeah, Noel like fully spends like the next like 15 seconds like holding them up, staring at them, and like moving them around in circles, and then like catches himself, and his face kind of smooths back out as he turns to Lauren and says, "Thank you very much. This is very nice."
Yeah, I saw that everyone kind of had a pet. Like Krellick has Rage Fang, and Yop has Betty, and there's Quetzal, and I don't actually know Vakars's dog's name, but I thought it'd be nice for you to have something too.
Thank you. I have never had a pet before.
Right, next person. She digs through the bag and pulls out a hand axe, and it looks like it's where the blades are. It looks like clam shells, and there's another one that's kind of shaped like a fish. Like one side is sharp, the other side isn't. It's just like the fish with the tail. It's a very basic looking fish, but just different sea related theme hand axes. Krellick, I know you like to throw your hand axes, so I thought you might enjoy some more fun-looking ones, so that's not all the same.
Oh my god, you got these for me?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to get you. I'm like, this might be something more in your wheelhouse. Figured you wouldn't really like clothes.
Oh, this is perfect. I've been wanting new hand axes.
They're just
I throw
pretty.
one at the lighthouse.
They're not like magical or anything, of course. They're just
The plaster
Well
cracks.
Oh yeah, these are good. These is good. Lauren, you shouldn't have.
Oh, but I do. It's customary to bring back gifts when you go on vacations. That's what I've been told.
All of it.
She goes through her bag and goes, "Oh no, one moment." And she pulls out a little pot, and it looks like some soil has fallen out of the pot. I'm sorry, Yop. I think it kind of got jostled a little. And she tried to fix the plant. It's a little lopsided. I thought these might be something you could try growing. They're very delicious. And she gives Yop a wink. And they can be grown in the water, so they won't take up too much space on the outside of the lighthouse.
At the wink, Yop sort of stands up a little straighter, and her eyes get a little wider.
And they're not poisonous. I've tried all of them myself.
Oh, okay, good. Well, that makes me feel much. It's very kind of you. Thank you. Oh, they are quite gorgeous. Very unusual colors. Yes, I will find a place to plant these maybe, but I know they go in the water, but then I won't be able to look at them quite. And she just sort of trails off as she's in her own little world of trying to come up with a design of what she can do with these plants.
Right. Oh no. I'm sorry. There's a little bit of dirt on them from Yap's plant, but Vakaris, these are for you. I hope they fit. And there's a bundle of clothing that's tied together. There appears to be 4 set in different colors.
The entire time, as soon as you said you brought presents back, Vakaris has been like jumping, not like up and down completely, but just kind of like agitated, like jumping. And every time like you pulled out something and gave it to someone else under his breath, he's like, "Come on." As soon as you like reach, like put them forward, he immediately grabs them out of your hand and starts ruffling through them. Oh, that's so nice. One for each of me.
Yeah, I imagine they're like some fancy looking robes.
Yeah. And they're all like light and what's the word? Delicate. They're in the style of the Coral Court. So not strangely enough, not terribly dissimilar from the clothes that you wear, but yours are sturdier, meant to survive the forest. This is like beach wear.
Oh, you thought so much into it. Now we don't all have to share the same one. And you can tell that Autumn doesn't particularly care for what he's wearing right now.
And I know Zasho is particular to suits. She pulls out. It looks to be made of like the same material, but more fashioned into like a 3-piece suit kind of deal. I hope this fits all right and isn't too bright for your taste.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed your trip.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. There's so many different things. I felt like it was a little too short, but it's also really long here. Just like the last time we went to the Fae.
Guess you'll just have to go back.
Maybe when we have time. I can't imagine taking that much break from work.
It's been fairly quiet. We have some prospects, but you can still take time.
Maybe. Oh, right. I'm not sure which you and No would like more, but and then she pulls out like a small crate from the bag. But there's an assortment of inks that comes in various colors from the Fae that I have never seen here, and I thought it might be fun.
You notice Noel didn't actually hear you. He's like crouched over the like box of butterflies and seems to be like murmuring quietly to them in Sylvan.
Or I guess if you don't like colorful inks, that's fine too. Maybe you could use some Zasho.
You said there was ink.
Yes. And some of them kind of like glitter or they glow slightly.
Do you want me to show you how to make art of these?
You can use them however you like. I'm not very good at art myself, but I like looking at art.
Do you want to learn?
Sure. Maybe with regular ink, so I don't waste such nice inks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else, Lauren?
I believe that's it, and probably like some minor things for Abernathy and the rest of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Ones that I didn't think of.
you put in a lot of work already. You're good. Is there anything else that you want to do, like, before session ends, Lauren?
No, that's all. I believe that's all.
Okay. Anything else anyone else wants to do before session ends?
Later on, before, like, after everybody's kind of dispersed, Noel would somewhat sheepishly, like, sidle up next to Lauren, and hold up the little box with them in it, and very quietly say, "I have named them."
Oh, what are they?
They are Scratch, Jot, and Write.
I like it. It's very fitting.
Mm-hmm. He like straightens up and like puts the box like under one arm, and like looks down, and you see like his face is probably like the first full smile. Thank you very much.
Of course, you're very helpful to the franchise, and you do a really good job at keeping all of us alive and handling all our paperwork. I know I'm not very good at that.
Noel just nods, like puts one hand out and like pats you on the shoulder, and starts like walking back to his room. And when he thinks he's out of earshot, but probably not enough because you have pretty high perception, you hear him like muttering in Sylvan to the butterflies.
Well, I would not understand a thing
Yeah.
because I don't understand Sylvan.
Luckily, Kralik isn't around because he would. Speech of Beast and Leaf, baby.
I was like, I don't think I would. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I go to Leroux's house.
No, I already know what's gonna happen, man. We'll
Are
wait
you
till
gonna-
next week.
Are you gonna lodge one of those fancy hand axes in her door?
Yeah, a warning.